and report to your doctor that these are things like my family history, immunizations, personal health information, your habits of your health, your dental history, if your tooth was extracted or your wisdom tooth has a problem, or any kind of problems in your dental caries, any kind of issues are there. You keep a note of all these things, because this is going to be very handy information for you sometime or the other. Your health insurance information, okay? Your healthcare professionals like your GP information or whatever, all these you must make a note and keep it in your diary. This will be very useful information for you. Now this all we have talked about is your physical health. But then what about your emotional health? That is also very important, like your stress part, okay? Happiness and health. So they say that the biology of emotion teaches us about helping people to live longer. And today there's got so much of debate happening world over that do happier people live longer? And if so, why do happier people live longer? These are the kinds of questions that researchers are asking world over. And there are studies to show that if you are happy, you do live longer. It is really speaking, it's coming out true. So vast scientific literature has detailed how negative emotions are affecting the body. Serious sustained stress or fear adds up to wear and tear and eventually illnesses such as heart disease, stroke and diabetes. If you have chronic anger and anxiety, it can disrupt cardiac function because it changes the heart's electrical ability, hastening atherosclerosis and increasing systemic inflammation. So the heart's electrical ability is affected, all this cardiac function is affected if you have got constant emotional problems. So that's why all these problems happen. Even they have done some studies in pediatric age group in childhood, and they have found that there are children who have some problems in early childhood who are exposed to violence or living with a parent who had suffered from some severe mental illness. And when these children were exposed to these kind of problems, the Harvard Medical School said that toxic stress in early childhood, these children, they had certain kinds of problems in later life. Among these effects is a physiological response which can lead to faster heart rate, higher blood pressure, and a jump in stress hormones. So it is very important that if children also live in a good environment in early life, they will grow up as good adults later on, and they will have less problems in late life. So if you have got all these emotional happiness and peace of mind, then you can avoid maximum of these diseases like heart attacks, strokes, cancer and all these problems, depression, diabetes and all these problems. And for that you need to have good supportive network with friends, families and all people surrounding you, okay? And this is possible if you have the attitude to bounce back from negative situations. Everybody has got problems in their families, everybody has got problems in their work atmosphere, everybody has got problems in everywhere surrounding them. But it is our ability to cope with the situations and how to come out of these situations, from the negative to the positive. So you have to have that spirit of bouncing back. And to bounce back from this, you need to have that strength, that inner strength in you. So you have to develop that inner strength in you. Now there are some breathing exercises which you need to do when you are stressed. I would strongly advocate that whenever you are in a state of stress, my patients who come to my clinic also, I always teach them these breathing exercises. Yoga is very important. Breathing exercises, relaxation is very important. You must learn these breathing exercises. Deep relaxation exercises, breathing exercises are very important. They really give you peace of mind and calm you down. Meditation and relaxation. Because when you do these, they totally relax you and move the negative thoughts out of your mind. Particularly, you start with a shorter duration and then you start building it up. Okay? Now how this is going to help you is because when you have any kind of stressful situation on your mind, okay, deep breathing is a very good stress reliever because it oxygenates the body. Because you are breathing, the oxygen, you're taking in more oxygen actually. Because you're taking in more oxygen, you're actually relieving your stress. And the negative emotions from your body are getting more and more relieved. And you're taking in more positivity. So as a result, your mind is getting more and more peace. So this is very important for the brain. Your muscles at the same time get relieved, because as the oxygen increases into your body, your muscles which are more tight, they start getting relieved. Your brain receives more oxygen, your muscles get relieved, okay? And the amount of work that you can now start doing is more, okay? So that's why breathing exercises are very useful. So you get total state of relaxation.
And if it is followed by meditation?
Yeah. First start with a deep breathing relaxation, and then normal breathing with meditation. So that's what I was saying, meditation. So meditation is also widely recommended as a healthy way. So meditation builds on deep breathing and takes it a step further, as I said. Right? So this basically helps to relieve the anxiety and the depression and the stress. It basically helps like in physical complaints like headaches. When you get severe headaches also, meditation is very useful. Puts you at peace. Okay? And also we have seen that those people who have less immunity, they get repeated infections. If a person meditates and is at peace with himself, there is a good amount of benefit in such patients also. Because the person is basically very tensed. So the person, relaxes the body and starts, taking in more positivity. Okay? So the person starts taking in more oxygen in his body and at the same time relaxes his body. Okay, after relaxation he meditates. Yeah, so, but before that he relaxes and deep breathes. Again there, you first start with a lesser pace and then build it on. It can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Types of meditation are also many. You can start with basic meditation techniques. As I said, it can be very basic, like you can keep your mind concentrated, focused meditation techniques, activity-oriented meditation techniques, mindfulness techniques, and spiritual meditation.